Over time, half and half quirks have become kind of popular amongst the My Hero Academia community, and quirks like half light, half darkness are extremely popular. And honestly, I would like to, actually cover those type of what ifs, but on the real, what's the point? It's just constant what ifs. So, fuck it, why not just do one on it myself? This thumbnail was made by Emmett. I think I said it right. The thumbnail was made by Emmett. So if you guys want to check out more of Emmett's thumbnails, check Zedler's channel or check Discord. They would normally be in Discord, not my server, someone else's server. I'm gonna put both in the description. But nonetheless, thumbnail was made by Emmett. Huge thank you to Emmett. Because honestly, y'all, I was dry. Like, I had no ideas. I couldn't even continue the next parts because every time I recorded, it just came out straight up ass. Or at least ass in my opinion, but y'all know sometimes it would have actually be good. I just think it's ass. But anyways, this story starts off with a young Izuku. Inko Midoriya was the younger sister of Inji Todoroki. You see, Inko ended up taking the last name Midoriya after she married, her husband, Hisashi Midoriya. Now, Inko specifically possesses a earth quirk. The quirk allows her to manipulate earth and transform the rocks beneath her into lava. Now, Inko herself, if she were to train, could become a very powerful pro hero. And her husband, Hisashi, has the quirk to, aerokinesis. Allows him the ability to completely manipulate and control the wind. Now, it's unknown how much he can actually do with this quirk because Inko never saw him at his full power. But there was this one time when he got angry, some dude literally fell to his knees, literally bowing before Hisashi. Just so much power was being let off that it felt like the guy looked almost as if he was being crushed. So to say the least, Inko never actually saw Hisashi's true power because Hisashi was a pacifist. He was peaceful until his family was threatened. Then you see a fucking monster. Other than that, we can time skip. When Izuku was born, Inko and Hisashi were having the best few years of their life. Until, sadly enough, he was popped, and I mean popped, and hit dead across the face with a giant fucking truck. Bro got hit by a fucking truck and just instantly died. Instantly. Hisashi was immediately killed, immediately packerized. And to say the least, this really upsetted Inko and really upsetted Hisashi. Izuku. The baby always cried for his father, not understanding the fact that he's dead and never coming back. And about a few years later, Inko also died by the same exact way. Bro got hit by a fucking truck, like someone really picked up the truck and threw it at her. Now, when Hisashi found out about the death of his sister, to say the least, Inji, when he found out, he beat the everlasting dog shit out of the villain who killed Inko. And it's not even funny, he beat this nigga ass. Like, he could have killed him, he would have killed him, but he's a pro hero and people were watching. If he were to have killed him, it'd be known all across the world that Endeavor just killed somebody. So he didn't, he purposely held himself back. Now we time skip. Endeavor begins to train Izuku, and as time training Izuku with his son Todoroki, he raised Izuku. Izuku grew up with a different personality. More or less, he was cold. He didn't like Endeavor. Matter of fact, he couldn't stand him. He was just using Todoroki and his other cousins just for power. He didn't like the fact that Endeavor used him too, because Endeavor knew that his sister could control Earth and manipulate that Earth, changing its properties into lava. If she can do that, and Hisashi may have the ability to forcibly strengthen the gravity around a person just by creating a bubble of wind around them that makes the air pressure on them so much heavier. Imagine what this kid can do. So yeah, he brutally trained both Izuku and Todoroki their entire lives. abilities. Izuku learned how to create earth pillars, earth spikes, learn how to literally conjure up earth around his body, creating this earth-like armor, learning how to shoot off blasts of rocks, rock blasts, learn how to control the mud beneath him, learn how to literally enclose people in earth. And a lot of these abilities, Izuku actually came up with it on his own, or replicated from Shoto's ice. Now when it comes to his wind quirk, he's a bit more difficult. You see, he tries to replicate Endeavor's abilities with fire, but it just doesn't work. Mostly because, well, he doesn't have a fire fucking quirk, he has a wind quirk. The quirks just aren't gonna work like that. So, yeah, that becomes a problem. Until eventually, he finally ends up figuring out a fighting style of his own. His wind abilities he uses in a more cutful way. You see, he ended up adapting 2 fighting styles. The first fighting style is more or less how Aang fights within, Avatar, in order to basically use his wind side. His other side is more of a brawler side, like Endeavor, in order to use his earth, and also kind of like Todoroki, just combine them together, you got his earth style. Now, wind style and earth style are both deadly, because Izuku has learned how to basically, it's not necessarily combining them, but more or less using them in tandem, because his 2 sides aren't actually weaknesses. He doesn't overheat from his earth side unless he uses his lava, but even then, he doesn't actually overheat, because, well, he doesn't overheat, fuck it, plot convenience. He just won't overheat. So, I learned pretty quickly that this kid is a problem. And Endeavor sometimes didn't like Izuku. Sometimes, as a matter of fact, couldn't stand Izuku because, well, Izuku's everything Todoroki should be and more. His 2 sides don't limit each other, and they're just better. He hates it. I mean, he hates it. A lot. I'll say it later. Anyways, Izuku finally gets his training down packed, and for years Izuku's been trying to learn how to fly, and he just could never do it. He had to create a construct beneath his feet to fly, or he had to literally constantly be releasing wind from one of his feet just to fly. And unlike, Todoroki, Izuku's actually able to use his elements from any part of his body. It's not a real half and half. It's more or less both quirks. So Endeavor really don't like that, because the kid can just switch which power he's using. So yeah, that's really fucking irritating for Endeavor. But of course, he tries to prevail through it. He tries to ignore it, but it only gets worse from here. Todoroki was neglecting his fire, while Izuku cherished both of his sides. And to be fair, Todoroki and Izuku were basic rivals. And anytime Todoroki and Izuku got into a fight, it's very clear that Izuku could win. But because Todoroki only uses his ice, Izuku will only use his earth when fighting, because they're direct counters for one another. So, well, let's just turn over to a fight between them when they were 12. While Izuku was training with this, when Todoroki became so aggravated, the way that Izuku just calmly does this, how he can just live through this and never feel hateful. He thinks Izuku feels this way. He just snaps, grabs Izuku, and immediately slams him. I'm so sick of you. Izuku looks up in confusion. Huh? How can you just live through this? You know what? Izuku, fight me. Alright? I'm just so sick of you. You just got everything handed to you. You had parents that love you. I didn't. My parents died when I was 4. I don't remember a thing. My dad died when I was 2. Todoroki's like, shut up and fight. Izuku's like, bro, what is your issue? Is it because I love both sides of my quirk and you hate one side of yours? And Todoroki just flashed out and immediately shot a wave of ice, while Izuku immediately slammed his foot on the ground and a wall of earth would appear in between him and the ice wall. Well, ice blast? What the fuck is that even called? But appearing in between them. Now with the wave of ice being blocked off by the wall of earth, Izuku instantly slammed his fist onto the wall of earth, where suddenly the wall will fall down and immediately disperse into multiple rocks that will all float and spin around Shoto. Before they all would immediately slam downward towards Shoto, Shoto immediately waved his hand around and created an ice dome around him. Immediately, the earth will actually break through a few parts in it, but Todoroki is somehow able to evade. Todoroki immediately takes down the ice wall before running forward and immediately shutting off a wave of ice yet again. Izuku instantly would dodge out of the way and immediately appear right behind Todoroki, instantly going dead in for a punch at Todoroki. Todoroki would immediately straight up freeze Izuku's hand. He says, "Use your wind." Izuku looks at him like, "You can't be for real. Okay, you're only using one side of your quirk, only use one side of mine. It's that simple. I'm not using my wind. As long as you're gonna use that side, I'm gonna use this side. Plain and simple." Todoroki would immediately run forward and instantly go in for punch after punch. Izuku would dodge and evade every attack because he's just so much better at fighting than Shoto. Until Shoto finally got annoyed with Izuku and said, "Alright, fine. If you use your wind, I'll use my fire." Izuku would smirk. "You should have been using your fire to begin with, but okay. What are you trying to say? You hate your quirk because of Endeavor. You're jealous of my quirk because my quirk is different. You gotta understand. Your quirk and your power is different. Endeavor has fire. You have fire and ice. Instead of you being jealous and angry and hateful towards me because I have an entirely different quirk that can kind of do everything your quirk can do but better. But here's the thing. You don't need to be angry, jealous, or annoyed all the time behind stupid shit. And it's pissing me off. I don't just use the fucking fire. It's not his quirk, it's yours." Todoroki looks up immediately. Fine! Immediately he would engulf into fire before instantly shooting off a massive blast of fire and ice towards Izuku. And Izuku lifts up one hand as suddenly the fire would vanish and the ice would instantly be clashed with a giant wall of earth. You're probably wondering, how did the fire vanish? Izuku removed the air from the fire using his wind because his wind and air, he has the ability with both air and wind. So he he removed the air from his fire, therefore immediately putting out the fire. Science. Now the moment that Shoto noticed this, he realized that he fell for it. Izuku instantly, literally dispersed into a fucking wind mirage. He was confused. Wait, what? Izuku appears spinning behind him as he instantly throws a kick as suddenly a blast of wind strikes Shoto in his back as he's instantly sent flying. He ends up being slammed against the wall, but there he's laid out. And Endeavor will say, "Even now, Shoto, you still can't defeat him, even using your fire. You are pathetic, and I'm getting real tired of this, Shoto. Now that you're finally decided to use your quirk, you're going to surpass this boy, and you're going to become #1, because I'm tired of watching my son lose to Inko's boy." Izuku looks up. "If you mad, just say that. I will burn you alive. Yeah, you already gave me 7 scars." Turning around and walking away, Endeavor's like, "Izuku, what? Catch! Hell spear!" Endeavor instantly throws a spear of fire and Izuku would immediately block off with a wall of lava. Jesus Christ, you have nothing good going on in your life. Instantly he would turn the wall of lava back into, well, a regular fucking wall of earth, and then he will walk away. Endeavor's like, oh, so he can turn it into lava on command. Pretty surprising, I figured he couldn't. Shoto's like, you could have killed him. And? He's your nephew. And? Is that supposed to matter to me? Well, technically, yeah. You're just such a heartless son of a bitch. And I was like, watch your mouth, Shoto. I still am your... When have I ever gave a fuck? Not once in my life. You're the personification of an idiotic fool. Everything about you just aggravates me. Your presence, your breathing, your existing. Everything about you makes us hate you more and more and more. I don't care about what Izuku thinks. I'm not talking about Izuku. I'm talking about your kids. It's your fault. Everything is your fault. And you know it. You're just unwilling to admit that you were wrong. Shoto turns around and walks away. And everyone's like, didn't you start the fight? And Shoto's like, shut up. And everyone's like, This nigga bipolar as hell. But he turns around and says, fuck it, I don't give a damn, and walks away. Next couple years will pass, and now we turn over towards the beginning of the anime. To be fair, the beginning of the anime goes similar to what it would have in the original timeline, so there ain't no point in covering that. Anyways, with everything going similar to how I did it originally, we're just gonna time skip to after all this is finished. Izuku could be seen meditating. Well, actually no. You see, Bakugo does still get captured by the Sledgeman. Now, I could make it to the point where Bakugo dies. I could make someone intervene. I could make it to the point where, well, no one interferes and All Might just is forced to step in without anything else left to do. Comment down below what you guys want, and to be fair, if you guys want Izuku to gain other abilities without getting one for all, or if you guys want him to get one for all. And if you guys want to get other abilities without it, comment down below your ideas on those abilities. Anyways, let me continue where we were. Izuku makes it into UA. Yes, we are skipping the Sludge Line. Makes it into UA. Izuku could go on recommendation. It's either Shoto or Izuku. And Izuku decides that he'll be the one to go regularly because, well, let's just be fucking fair. Shoto gets everything handed down to him. If he were to actually try doing something on regulars, he'll probably fail. Which Izuku's thinking and Endeavor's like, for some fucking reason, I know you think it's some smart shit, and I don't fucking like it. Izuku's like, bro, are you just assuming I'm thinking something? Like, what's up with that? Like, bro, what's your issue? Like, son, I will beat you down in a heartbeat. I will beat your ass. Endeavor's like, try me, bitch. Yeah, it's toxic. It's really toxic, y'all. Their whole relationship, toxicity. But anyways, we just cut over towards the entrance exams. Now, there's never a moment with Ida and two Izuku's walking towards the gate. There's when Ida would interrupt Izuku. Now, to say the least, Izuku, like I said, different personality. He's raised by different people. He is a bit more cold than a normal person should be. Get your hand off me. I don't know you. Don't touch me. He's like, I know what you're planning to do. Oh, walk towards the gate? Then why are you getting in my way? Ida looks around in confusion. No, you're not. You're going to go bother that girl. Why would I go bother somebody I don't fucking know or care about? Get your hand off me now. With Izuku balling up his fist, a green aura star slowly starts coming off of it, and the ground beneath them begins to shake. He's like, I'm not an idiot. Izuku says, 5, 4, 3, 2. His other hand begins to glow blue. 1. Izuku turns around and throws a punch directly in Ida's face, and behind Ida is unleashed a gust of wind. A small one. But Izuku says, now to be fair with you, I wasn't trying to be a hero right now. That little bitty gust of wind that you just felt go past your ears could have been strong enough to blow this building away. Do you understand me? Leave the hell alone. You don't know me. You don't know what the hell it is I was going to go do. So instead of coming up to me thinking you're going to talk to me crazy behind some stupid shit, I suggest you shut the hell up. And mind your own business. God damn. I must got some type of fucking stick up your ass. Izuku turns around and walks away. Ida's like, how dare you say that to me? That was very disrespectful and inappropriate. Izuku just stops and turns. Dude, why is everybody so damn stupid? Why everybody so stupid? Do I have to put these kids in their place? I got to put them in their place. I got to put them down. It's only fair that I put them down. Alright, bet. Izuku turns around and immediately said, okay, fuck it. Immediately waved his hand one time and suddenly the earth would rise up beneath Ida's feet. She suddenly lifts up into the air. Izuku jumps forward and he's about to throw a punch before instantly being grabbed by President Mike and told to sit down. And you two, away from each other, now. And he's like, I'll get you for this. And he walks away. Izuku's like, okay, bet. The gates end up opening, and before anyone can react, Izuku would be at least a burst of wind from beneath his feet and instantly rocketed forward. Immediately, Izuku begins to spin, where suddenly the air, like while he's bursting with air from his feet, begins to spin, forming into a literal flying air drill. He literally drills right through 2 1-pointers, immediately turning around mid-air, still having air being released from his feet in case you're wondering. Waves his arms forward and immediately releases 2 waves of wind that burst right through the robots. Ida immediately looks pretty surprised that he's doing that with such efficiency. He looks to be trained very well on how to use his quirks. Izuku literally mid-air dodges a robot, instantly lands 1 touch on the robot, and suddenly the robot entire structure molds and morphs into freaking stone. As Izuku instantly slammed his fist dead into the robot, suddenly the robot would literally break apart. And Ida's like, oh shit. Oh my god. Okay. Oh shit, I should not have pissed him off. Izuku immediately lands on the ground and stared directly at the robot, cracking his neck. Be ready, bitch. He booms forward, blinding speeds, immediately hits 2 front flips, instantly goes dead in for a kick, punch. Literally just doing shit like that. Basically breaking into the robots by using earth and basically wrapping them up in earth, turning them into literal statues, compressing the earth down so far, literally just by 1 touch, to the point where the actual metal itself has already been crushed by the earth. It's just that the robots look like they're still there, so Izuku just destroy the earth as well, therefore destroying the metal that makes the robots. He ends up doing it for a good while into the 0-pointer. Now, when the 0-pointer arrives, Izuku is terrified. He never actually fought something on that caliber. These robots were easy. They're 1-pointer, 2-pointers, and 3-pointers. A 0-pointer is strong as fuck. Izuku turns around and runs until he hears a scream for help. This is where Izuku will stop. Part of Izuku wants to turn around and save her, while the other part is being reasonable. Run, bitch, run. But Izuku decides to listen to his other personality. Fuck you. I'm helping them. No hesitation, Izuku would turn and rush towards the girl, Ochako or Araka as we know her. Not hesitating, he jumps upwards in order to save her, and to say the least, well, things work out perfectly. Easily hitting the coldest land, he would land right before the 0-pointer and staring directly into its eyes. He would instantly slam both his hands together, as suddenly, Izuku would say, I hate using this. Damn it, this is gonna hurt. He jumps up into the air with a glowing blue and green aura coming off one of his hands. Quake! Izuku would yell, slamming a devastating move directly to 0-pointer by combining both his earth and wind style. This is what he gets. Fucking Whitebeard's powers. Yeah. Straight up blowing a massive hole right through the 0-pointer. As 0-pointer was instantly sent flying. It ends up being broken, dead in half, landing on the ground, completely destroyed. And Parlo was like, oh my god, my baby! My baby! Izuku ends up falling out of the sky before Ochako ends up slapping him, but he's laid out. And she's like, damn, is he unconscious? I ain't hit him that hard. Cutting over towards whenever Izuku wakes up. Beside him, he sees Endeavor and Small Might. Now, Endeavor doesn't know who Small Might is. He just assumes he's some random teacher there. He explains how he wants to speak with the kid in private. Endeavor's like, you're not speaking with him in private unless you want to speak with him in private. You have to speak to me as well. I'm his guardian. He's like, okay, and I'm his teacher. If I don't speak with him, he's not getting into Yue nor Hitetsu. He's like, oh, okay. He walks away. And Izuku's like, who are you? All Might says, kid, I'm here with a proposition. I want you to become my successor. I don't even know who you, wait. I don't know who you are. Why would I become your successor? Let me give you an explanation. All Might explains everything to Izuku and explains how he wants it to get one for all. Now this is where we end off this part because, well, it's time for you guys to make the choice. Do you guys want Izuku to get one for all, like to accept the deal, or to deny the deal? If you want him to deny the deal, I need you to list down below some abilities that you would like for him to have, because I actually need him to keep up with All for One and Shigaraki, because let's just be realistic, a half and half quirk is not enough. Even with the ability to straight up manipulate air pressure strong enough to the point when you literally feel like you're being feel like gravity's increasing, even with that, and even with his lava quake, even with that combined, it's not enough to take off one who's just a fucking demon. Shigaraki, I don't need to explain Shigaraki, he's the fucking devil. Anyways, with this thumbnail was made by Emmett. You guys already know how to check him out. I think I listed it already, but anyways, guys, I need this video to get around, let's see, I'm at 24 minutes, right? Okay, I need this video to get around like 12 likes. 12 likes and a part 2 will come out. I will also need this video to get around 200 views by tomorrow, and the next part will come out sooner if that's the case. Anyways, if you guys already give me enough views on time, I'll be able to get my watch hours back, which means that I will be able to, I probably will be monetized again. Probably. I really don't fucking know, because it's reused content shit. It's still going on. But to be fair, the 25th is tomorrow. So, yeah. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And with that, I'm out.